Stop doom scrolling. Give me just 45 seconds, and I am going to show you how an ordinary American backyard, maybe the exact one you are looking at out your window right now, can produce a crop that is worth more than gold, ounce for ounce. And the best part, it is almost embarrassingly easy to do. I am talking about saffron. Right now, across the United States, high-quality, homegrown American saffron is retailing for anywhere between $40 to $75 per single gram. If you do the math, that is a staggering $18,000 to $34,000 a single pound. Now, you might think you need a massive, multi-acre commercial farm to make real money with this, but you don't. The University of Vermont's Saffron Research Center recently proved that just 8 standard backyard raised beds, which takes up a tiny footprint of about 265 square feet, can realistically pocket you $5,000 a year by your 3rd season. This is not some wild theoretical internet trend. Everyday American homeowners, backyard gardeners, and suburban homesteaders are quietly cashing in on a massive $24 million import gap. And in this ultimate 2026 blueprint, I am handing you the keys to the entire kingdom. We are going to cover the exact university-approved setup, the trusted bulb suppliers that won't rip you off, the lazy gardener calendar where you do zero work for months at a time, the quick morning harvest system, and the 5 secret selling channels that nobody else is talking about. If you have ever looked at your backyard beds and felt tired of growing tomatoes that split or zucchinis, you literally have to beg your neighbors to take off your hands. Do me a favor. Type the word threads in the comments right now. Stick with me until the very end of this video, and I will show you how to get your hands on our free premium supplier checklist so you never accidentally buy dud bulbs. Let's get into it. Why saffron is America's best kept secret. Let's slow down for a second and explain exactly what is going on here, because to understand the money, you have to understand the plant. Saffron isn't a mysterious root or a leaf. It consists of the 3 tiny, bright red, thread-like stigmas sitting right in the absolute center of a beautiful purple flower called Crocus sativus. To give you an idea of why this stuff costs a fortune, it takes roughly 170 of these hand-picked flowers just to yield 1 single gram of dry saffron. To produce a full kilogram, you are looking at over 150,000 flowers. And here's the kicker. Every single one of those flowers must be harvested and processed entirely by human hands. There is no machine on the face of the planet that can do this delicate work. That biological bottleneck is your ultimate job security, because a machine can't automate it. The global market will always rely on people. And that is exactly where your backyard transforms into a high-yield microbusiness. Now, let's talk about the massive American blind spot. Every single year, the United States imports tens of millions of dollars worth of saffron from overseas. But here is the dirty little secret of the spice trade. By the time that imported saffron reaches your local grocery store shelf, it is often low-grade, stale, and completely stripped of its natural oils. Even worse, a shocking amount of imported saffron is actively adulterated, meaning it is cut with cheap fillers like safflower, corn silk, or even dyed pieces of paper. American consumers are waking up to this reality. Food culture has shifted dramatically, and right now, people are hunting down words like US grown, traceable, and locally sourced saffron. In fact, online search volumes for domestic saffron have completely skyrocketed over the last few years. Why? Because fresh, American-grown saffron harvested in the same calendar year is a completely different product. It is brighter, intensely aromatic, and entirely pure. High-end restaurant chefs, local foodies, and health-conscious families are willing to pay an astronomical premium for quality they can actually trust. I have personally seen small-scale growers in New England sell out of simple 1-gram jars on Etsy for $68 a pop within days of harvesting. That isn't luck. That is what happens when you step into a luxury market that has an absolute shortage of local supply. The underground money. Glitch. How perennial compounding works. Here is where this project gets incredibly exciting, and it all comes down to a unique biological quirk. The saffron crocus is completely sterile. It cannot produce seeds, and it cannot spread by pollen. The only way it reproduces is underground, through its bulbs, which are technically called corms. Think of every single corm you plant as an exact genetic clone that multiplies on its own. When you tuck one fat, high-quality jumbo corm into the earth, it doesn't just sit there. Over the course of the growing season, that single bulb splits apart and creates 2, 3, or even 4 brand new baby corms underneath the soil. The following year, those new corms split again. This is what I call biological compounding. It is exactly like a high-yield dividend reinvestment plan, except Uncle Sam doesn't tax your growth, and your asset physically clones itself while you are inside watching television. But you need to understand the timeline, because this is the exact spot where 97% of beginners completely mess up and quit. During year 1, your brand new corms are adjusting to their new home. You are only going to see about a 50% bloom rate. That means if you plant 100 bulbs, only about 50 of them will pop up with a purple flower in the first autumn. A lot of impatient people see this, panic, and think, wow, I completely wasted my money and my time, and they dig up the beds. Do not dare touch them. By the time year 3 rolls around, that original colony of bulbs has expanded dramatically underneath the surface. Now, instead of one lonely flower, each original planting site is pumping out a dense cluster of up to 6 flowers. You get a massive 5 times to 10 times explosion in your total spice yield without spending a single extra penny on new bulbs. Let's look at the real, hard numbers verified by university field data. If you take a standard small plot of 8 optimized raised beds, totaling just 265 square feet of actual growing space, and plant premium jumbo corms tightly together, you can reliably hit a gross income of $5,000 per year by your 3rd season. Let that sink in. We are talking about a footprint smaller than a standard 2-car driveway. Your upfront cost to build and fully stock all 8 of those beds with premium, rodent-proof protection and top-tier jumbo corms comes out to around $2,700. But by year 3, your annual operating cost drops to an absolute choke, around $350 total, mostly just for a little organic compost and light fertilizer. The rest of that cash is pure, unadulterated profit. Imagine waking up on a crisp October morning, walking 20 steps into your own backyard with a cup of coffee, and picking $400 worth of luxury spice before your workday even starts. That isn't a pipe dream, it is basic agricultural mathematics. If that light bulb just went off in your head, stop what you are doing and drop the word compound in the comments right now. It signals to the algorithm that this practical, wealth-building information is actually reaching the right people. The foolproof 7-step bed setup built for lazy gardeners. All right, let's roll up our sleeves and build the actual engine. I am going to walk you through a foolproof 7-step physical bed setup. This exact system is compiled from university trials and the most successful growers in the country. If you want a zero headache, high yield patch that lasts for years, these steps are absolutely non-negotiable. Step 1, the ultimate rodent barrier. If you don't take anything else away from this video, please hear me on this. Field mice, voles, gophers, and chipmunks absolutely adore saffron corms. To them, your expensive bulbs are a delicious, high-energy snack. To prevent a tragic 100% crop wipeout, you must lay a sheet of 1/4-inch steel hardware cloth across the absolute bottom of your raised bed and staple it securely at least 6 inches up the interior wooden sides. This single step builds an impenetrable fortress. If you skip this, you are just opening up a free all-you-can-eat buffet for the local wildlife. Step 2. The pH soil lock. Saffron plants absolutely demand a soil pH between 7.0 and 8.0. They like it slightly alkaline. Unfortunately, the vast majority of backyard garden soil across the United States is naturally acidic. If you plant saffron in acidic soil, it's like forcing them to take a bath in vinegar. Their protective skins will rot away. Spend $15 on a basic digital soil test kit, check your dirt, and mix in garden lime according to the package instructions to lock your pH at a sweet, safe 7.5. Step 3. The 4-inch perfect drainage layer. When it comes to saffron, standing water is public enemy number 1. If their roots sit in soggy, heavy mud, the bulbs will literally turn to mush and die within 48 hours. You want to build a soil mixture that behaves like a thoroughly wrung-out sponge. It should feel moist, but never wet. Mix your topsoil with a generous amount of sharp sand, coarse perlite, or fine gravel. Never use vermiculite because vermiculite is engineered to hold onto moisture, which is the exact opposite of what we want here. Step 4. Source jumbo corms only. This is the ultimate secret profit switch. When you are buying your initial inventory, you will see bulbs categorized by size. You must completely ignore the cheap options and purchase corms that are at least 9 to 10 centimeters in circumference, often sold as jumbo or super jumbo. Cheap small corms lack the stored energy to produce a flower during their first autumn, meaning you completely lose an entire year of potential income. Plant your jumbo corms roughly 4 inches apart from one another, ensuring the pointy side is facing directly upward. You want to aim for about 9 to 11 corms per square foot. In a standard 8 by 4 foot raised bed, that means you will easily tuck in about 300 corms. Step 5. The 2-inch depth rule. Once your corms are arranged in the bed, cover them with exactly 2 inches of your modified topsoil mix. If you bury them any deeper than that, the fragile young flowers will exhaust all their energy just trying to break through to the surface. If you plant them any shallower, a heavy winter freeze will cause the soil to heave, pushing your bulbs out into the freezing air. 2 inches is the absolute sweet spot. Step 6. Top dress with perennial nutrient mix. Sprinkle a gentle half-inch layer of well-rotted organic compost and a very light dusting of natural bone meal over the top of the bed. Do not use high nitrogen chemical fertilizers. Heavy nitrogen will cause the plant to produce massive, long, green leaves, but absolutely zero flowers. Saffron is a low-fuss, lean-feeding crop that thrives on a simple, slow-release diet. Step 7. Water. Once, then completely walk away. Give your newly planted beds one thorough, deep soaking right after you finish covering them. After that single drink, put your hose away and let Mother Nature handle the rest. Throughout the vast majority of the United States, natural rainfall between September and November is more than enough to keep them perfectly happy. These plants are biologically hardwired to thrive on absolute neglect. The number one reason people fail is that they buy tiny, bargain bin bulbs off random online discount sites and skip the hardware cloth. Don't do that to yourself. Invest in premium materials from day one and the system will reward you for years. The Lazy Gardener's 12-month calendar. This 12-month calendar is your ultimate backyard cheat code. Once your raised beds are fully built and planted, you will quickly realize that this luxury crop requires significantly less day-to-day physical labor than a basic patch of tomatoes or cucumbers. Let's break down the annual cycle so you know exactly what to expect. March through June. This is the absolute peak of the spring dormancy period. The plants are completely asleep deep underground. You do not need to water them, you do not need to weed them, and you definitely do not need to dig them up. The single biggest mistake you can make during these months is running a rototiller through your saffron beds because you think the soil looks empty. The dirt is packed tight with multiplying corms. Leave them completely alone. July through mid-August. This is the hot summer resting period. Saffron corms originally evolved in the intensely dry, sun-baked Mediterranean climates of Greece and Iran. They actually require a hot, dry summer bake to trigger their internal flowering mechanism. If you live in an area with incredibly humid, rainy summers like the American Southeast, you should consider tossing a simple, temporary, clear plastic tarp over your beds to keep the soil dry. Do not water them right now. Late August through September, as the summer heat fades and the night temperatures begin to drop, tiny, spear-like white shoots will begin to pierce through the soil. This is your cue that the engine is turning on. If your area has been suffering through an extreme late summer drought without a single drop of rain for 3 or 4 weeks, give the beds one single light watering. This will wake up all the bulbs simultaneously and trigger a perfectly uniform sprout. October, welcome to the money month. This is your official harvest window. Saffron flowers are incredibly fast movers. They can go from a tiny shoot to a fully open purple bloom in less than 24 hours. You want to mark your calendar for October 5th through October 25th. Make sure you block out about 20 minutes every single morning during these 3 weeks, because the daily harvest window opens and closes with the movement of the sun. November through December. Once the colorful autumn flowers fade away, the bulbs will push up long, vibrant grass-like green leaves. Let this greenery grow completely wild. These leaves act like organic solar panels, absorbing the late season sunlight and pumping energy right back down into the underground bulb bank to fuel next year's multiplication. If you live in an incredibly cold climate like US, DA Zone 4 or 5, simply toss a loose layer of clean straw over the beds to provide a little winter insulation. Do not trim these leaves back until they turn completely yellow and dry out naturally in the spring. January through February, winter dormancy returns. The green leaves will naturally die back, the ground freezes, and you can comfortably sit inside by the fire, check your bank account, and wait for the spring splitting process to happen all over again. Harvest mastery and the 210 degrees Fahrenheit. Oven drying hack. Now, let's talk about the most rewarding part of the entire process, the brief 21-day window, where your hard work converts into a tangible, high-value product. When harvest season arrives in October, you must get out into your garden beds early in the morning, right as the morning dew is lifting and the flowers are just beginning to unfurl. The intense heat of the afternoon sun will rapidly degrade the delicate, volatile chemical compounds inside the flower, namely saffronol, crocin, and picrocrocin, which give saffron its trademark aroma, color, and medicinal value. If you wait until the afternoon to harvest, you are actively throwing your profits away. Grab your morning coffee, head outside before 9 a.m., and get to work. All you have to do is gently pinch the base of the purple flower with your fingers and place the entire bloom into a basket. Once you have gathered the day's catch, bring them inside to your kitchen table. Separating the 3 red threads from the rest of the flower is an incredibly relaxing, mindless task. Turn on some music, put on your favorite podcast, or grab a family member to help you out. It takes about 36 minutes of light hand labor to fully process 100 flowers. Now, pay very close attention, because the way you dry your harvest is what separates a low-grade $20 spice from a premium $75 luxury product. Preheat your kitchen oven to exactly 210 degrees Fahrenheit. Line a standard baking sheet with parchment paper and spread your fresh red threads across it in a single, even layer, ensuring they aren't clumped together. Slide the tray into the oven and use a wooden kitchen spoon to prop the oven door open just a tiny crack. This allows constant fresh airflow to escape. Let them dry for anywhere between 7 to 10 minutes. You will know they are perfectly done when the threads are completely brittle. They should cleanly snap in half when touched, rather than bending. If you have a dedicated food dehydrator, running it on its maximum temperature setting works beautifully too. Whatever you do, never use a microwave. It will instantly scorch the oils and destroy the flavor profile. Once the drying is complete, here is the ultimate curing secret that the commercial spice companies don't want you to know. Immediately transfer your dry threads into a small airtight glass jar, seal the lid tightly, and place it in a completely dark kitchen cabinet for a minimum of 30 to 90 days. During this dark curing phase, a natural chemical maturation takes place. The aroma intensifies, the flavor profile deepens, and the saffron develops that rich, luxurious, earthy taste. Never store your harvest in plastic bags or cheap plastic containers. The volatile oils will slowly leach directly into the plastic, causing your saffron to go completely stale and flat. Glass only, dark only. Selling like a pro. 5 high-profit channels. Most generic online gardening advice tells you to just take your harvest down to a local weekend farmer's market and hope for the best. But we are building a real business here, so I'm going to hand you 5 highly lucrative selling channels that work beautifully in today's modern market. Channel 1, Direct to Chef Wholesale. Take a few minutes to identify the high-end farm-to-table restaurants, luxury boutique hotels, or authentic Mediterranean and Spanish kitchens in your nearest city. Walk right in during their quiet hours between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m., ask for the head chef, and hand them a gorgeous sample jar featuring your local branding and the exact harvest date. Professional chefs absolutely drool over fresh, traceable, domestically grown ingredients. I know one independent grower who secured a recurring contract to supply 10 grams of saffron per month to a single high-end Italian restaurant at $45 a gram. That is a reliable $5,400 a year from just one single B2B relationship. Channel 2, Premium Etsy and Shopify storefronts. Set up a clean, beautiful online storefront and package your harvest into small 0.5 gram, 1 gram, and 3 gram glass vials. Title your product listings with clear, high-intent keywords like American-grown pure saffron, fresh 2026 harvest, locally sourced. Fill your page with high-quality, authentic photos of your actual backyard beds, your hands sorting the purple flowers, and the beautiful finished jars sitting on a rustic table. Online shoppers are actively looking to support real people with real stories, and they will gladly pay a premium price to bypass the sketchy, imported grocery store brands. Channel 3, Farmers Markets with a high margin twist. If you do decide to hit your local physical markets, don't just stand there selling raw threads. You want to create value-added products. Mix your broken saffron threads into raw organic honey to make luxury saffron honey. Create small batches of saffron-infused sea salts, high-end herbal tea blends, or even luxury saffron-scented botanical soy candles. One clever grower out in Oregon managed to clear $1,200 in sales during a single Saturday morning market by creating curated saffron lovers gift sets. The novelty of the rare spice draws the curious crowd to your table, but the high-margin, beautifully packaged product bundles are what actually close the sale. Channel 4, hyper-local Facebook groups and Nextdoor. Never underestimate the power of your immediate neighborhood. Drop a simple, friendly post into your local neighborhood Facebook group or Nextdoor app right after your autumn harvest. Write something short and sweet. Hey neighbors, my annual backyard saffron harvest is officially in. Every single thread was hand-picked right here in town yesterday morning. I have a very limited supply of pure 1-gram jars available for anyone who loves cooking premium paellas or risottos. Let me know if you want one. You will be completely stunned at how quickly your neighbors will claim your entire inventory. There are 0 shipping costs, it is an all-cash business, and you earn immediate respect within your local community. Channel 5, Agri-Tourism Workshops. Channel 5, Agri-Tourism Workshops. Turn your backyard into a seasonal destination. Host an exclusive, intimate saffron harvest experience on a couple of Saturday mornings in October. You can easily charge $25 to $35 per ticket for people to come over, learn about the crop, pick a few of their own vibrant purple flowers, and take home a tiny sample vial. It is a highly unique, deeply educational, and incredibly Instagrammable experience. You make fantastic upfront money on the ticket sales alone, and nearly every single attendee will buy an extra full-size jar on their way out the door. The common thread across all 5 of these strategies is incredibly simple. You are not just selling a basic commodity spice, you are selling an authentic story of purity, locality, and absolute trust, something a massive, faceless international import company can never compete with. The power out row, the retention and engagement trigger. So there you have it, the complete, comprehensive backyard to bank blueprint for growing the world's most valuable spice right at home. You now officially hold more practical knowledge than 99% of the people who will ever search for agricultural side hustles online. The corms multiply completely on their own underground. The biological wealth compounds year after year. Your land finally starts generating real, tangible income on a relaxed timeline that easily fits into even the busiest modern schedule. The only missing piece of the puzzle is you taking action. Your very next step is simple. Click on the video that is popping up on your screen right now. In that episode, I dive deep into our full, unrestricted corm sourcing guide, naming the exact US bulb suppliers you can trust, the major warning signs to watch out for so you don't get scammed, and the specific regional varieties that thrive best everywhere from the cold Northeast down to sunny California. Watching that video could easily save you hundreds of dollars in lost investment and a whole year of wasted time. If this video opened your eyes and fired you up, please hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and ring that notification bell. This entire channel is completely dedicated to helping you turn your residential property into a highly profitable powerhouse, one crop at a time. Before you jump over to the sourcing video, do me one quick favor. Drop a comment below sharing your single biggest takeaway from this setup, and make sure to include the word threads in your comment. As soon as you do, I will personally reply with the direct link to our completely free vetted corm supplier checklist as my way of saying a massive thank you for hanging out with me until the very end. You can absolutely do this. I have immense faith in your backyard. Now go out there, make it rain purple blooms and green cash, and I will see you right over in the sourcing video.